Banyares. So, class, oh, this one, Sierra. So, for those newcomers, no, class, maybe you could tell them or announce again who's the president. The president is Mamaril, no? So, just in case Mamaril, kindly tell those or just announce to your section or in your GC that with regards to Google account name and the things that I've mentioned, no, because that's the important thing that they should consider when entering my Gmeet code, no, and the things that they should know if they live, no. All right, so the duration, the time, etc. All right, so I will not be focusing on that one. All right, so these are the things in sequence, no. So if you will see, it is somewhat in a set form, right? So in series, there are some orders of values wherein there is the operation is indicated. All right, so we have this one, and this one. So if you will notice, no, what did you notice into this one aside from this one? On this form, in this sequence, you will notice that if we add 3 to it, the sum is 13. So in the formula, we had that one, right? So there are some sequence such that couldn't be found in series. No, there are some series that couldn't be found in some sequence. No, there are some cases with that one. So how are we going to know that one? No? So again, let us find out. All right. So if we will define once again what is an arithmetic sequence, no? Kindly read, Jake Eliterio.
An arithmetic sequence is defined as a sequence in which there is a common difference between consecutive terms.
So it means for the following consecutive terms, no, for the terms that are consecutive to each other, no, there is this common difference. Again, common difference, not ratio or whatsoever. Common difference, no. So again, how are we? How do we find this common difference? Again, if the formula, for example, we have 2, then 4, then 8, then 16. If we have this kind of sequence, no, in order for us to get that one, the formula would be, this is the first term, no? Second term, third term. So the formula would be a sub 2 minus a sub 1 equal to the third term, all right? Or n, all right? So that's how it. So again, for arithmetic sequence, we have this common difference, all right? All right. Next. So I would like you to identify, I will be giving some sequence, no? I would like you to identify um, what are the common difference of this sequence and tell me um, uh, for this sequence that I'll be showing, tell me whether it is an arithmetic or not. Alright? Alright. So which of the following sequence are arithmetic? Identify the common difference. Alright. So let us have number 1. So let me have your answer, Carleal. Alright. So seems like you're doing something. Alright. Alright. Sorry. Mike? Yes. Yes. Carleal. Right.
2 po, sir.
2. So how did you find 2? Brief answer lang. How did you how did you find 2?
Because po, you add 2 po on each number po.
Alright. So we add 2 in each number. So aside from that one, we had this formula by subtracting the second term to its or the term to its previous term. For example, we have this term, subtract that one to its previous term. We subtract. Alright. So Again, also, if we subtract that one, so is it arithmetic or not? Carl. Carl.
Isa, can you repeat po ba?
Alright, so is it arithmetic or not?
It's arithmetic po.
Hmm. So, yeah, thank you. So, just in case, class, no, just in case if you're going to mute the site in a specific, no, specific tab, kindly be aware, no, if you are going to resolve, no, so that you will not be ashamed from yourself. All right, so next, all right, so it is yes, the document difference would be 2. All right, next. So this is the next given. So let me have your side, Ren Santos. All right. So what is the do you find any common difference and tell it it's arithmetic or not?
Sir, subtracting 0.5.
Mm-hmm. Subtracting zero point 0.5. All right. So is it arithmetic or not? It is arithmetic. All right. So if we have zero point 0.5, so class, do you think zero point 0.5 is right or correct? No, or sir. Okay. So let me have your answer. Pauline De Luna. So what would be the common difference? Pauline. Again, class, don't be pressured, no? This is the way which the teacher is which the teacher assess the student, no?
0.5 po?
Zero point 0.5.
I'm not sure po.
So, again, so let me know from the class, no, what is the formula? So let us have Carl Justin Villamor. So let me know what is the formula in getting the common difference.
AN po equals
Mm-hmm. Common
AN.
difference. Mm-hmm. If you say formula, yeah, right, I've discussed a formula. So what is that formula for? That formula, that's AN, this one, the thing that you are saying, AN is equal to A sub 1, right? Then times N minus 1 times B. This formula is for what? This is for the term that we are finding for the nth term. No? So for example, if there is a term that is missing, or the value of the term is missing, that's the one that we will be using. But the formula in finding the common difference, what would it be? Again, you know or not? Alright, it's fine. Just tell me. Not? Alright, so if you don't know, this is, again, it's already here. This is the formula already. Now, if you will notice, the formula would be a sub 2 minus a sub 1 is equal to d, or yung common difference. If we say a sub 2, the term in the second term, that's why there is 2, no? So the term in second term, or a sub 2, no? The term in second term, it's already here, no? The term in second term, or this one, was subtracted by a sub 1, the first term. So it would be negative 1 minus negative 3. All right, so the common difference would be 2. So are you getting, for example, oh, how's that, sir? How are you going to find the common difference in this term? So it is also possible in this situation. The only thing is, if we will be finding common difference, take this, remember this, no? If we will be getting the common difference, always remember that in finding the common difference, we will be subtracting the term that we have into the previous term. So if we have 7, we'll be subtracting 7 to its previous term. So minus 5, it would be 2. All right. So, Carl Justin, are we good? All right. So So it's easy to follow na, no? So now, Carl Justin. So now that you know what's the formula for common difference, or the thing how to find the common difference, let me know what is the common difference for this second given.
Negative 1.5 po.
Negative 1.5. Alright, so that is correct. Alright, so thank you for Justin. So how about this one, the third given? So let me know your answer, Enzo, Christopher Racha. Enzo.
Yes po.
Yes, po. Camera? Alright.
What's the question po?
Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Alright. So again, no, I don't want to scold anyone because I want this class, no, to be to learn, no. If ever that you really want to learn, no, in the end, I don't want to hear some words from you that you didn't learn something, no. Again, for the third given, what would be the common difference, and tell me whether it is arithmetic or no. And
It's not arithmetic po.
okay, why?
It's the sequence doesn't have any common difference po.
Mm-hmm. All right. So for that one, it is no. All right. So that's correct, Enzo. So if you will notice, the common difference would be in this first two terms would be -4, and for the following terms, it isn't relating to the term that we had, to the difference that we had, no? So therefore, this sequence is not an arithmetic. All right. So for the first one, so we have -8. So let us have Von Andre. Von Andre.
Yes po.
Yes po. Sige, turn on camera po tayo. Nang makita ko naman yung mukha niyo. If ever you are shy, no, I could allow you to wear mask if ever. You are shy lang naman. Alright, so, okay. Go, Andre.
I answer po ba? I thought I
Yes
just
po.
opened my
It's fine.
ano po, hindi po siya.
Why?
For me lang po. Because the -8, parang, wait. For me po, it's 2. Pero, nahihirapan lang po ako dun sa -8, tas 6, tas -4, tas 2 lang po.
Mhm.
Pero my
Alright.
answer po is 2, pero I think it's no po.
It's no. Alright, so thank you for that one, Von Andre. So for that one, no, if you will notice, it is something too. But if you will notice, for this term, for the first and second term, no, what's the common difference for the first two terms? The difference with these two terms would be 6 minus -8. 6 minus -8. So how are we going to deal with that one? Mhm. We'll just what? Have it different, change the operation or the sign, right? So with this one we have negative, no? And this with this one, for -4, all right. So for -4, what would it be? -4 minus 6, it will be 10, right? All right. It would be 10. Ay, with regards to this one pala, I'm sorry. This is not 2. I'm mistaken. So if we have this 6 because it's we have if we have this 6 then 8, no? Or 6 minus -8, it's not 2. If we have this one, we commonly add this one. right? So if we have this, what do you call this one? In different signs. For example, if we have 6 minus -8, we somehow find it in this form. So the thing that we will be doing in here, so I'm sorry with that one. This is the common errors of the usual norms, no? We will be finding what's the difference between two numbers or two integers, no? With positive and negative, no? We should seek for the um, proper order for first, because there are times, for example, in this form, the negative one or the first integer or first term is the first term, right? So -8. Then if you will just minus in here, it's just easy. But if the order was positive, then minus -8, always remember we should have this kind of parenthesis because it is not included. Maybe we got confused, no? So in here we tend to have it different sign. So therefore we have 14, alright? Alright. So if we have this 14, I'm sorry. So if we have this 14, if we have this 14, so for this one, we will be having -4 minus 6. So this one would be 10, right? So for this one, 2 minus -4, it would be, sorry, negative. Yeah, right. -4, it would be 6, alright? So in this case, their difference is not similar to each other. Therefore, it is not an arithmetic, right? So for the last example, so let us have uh, Mamaril. So tell me if it's arithmetic or not, and what's the difference, the common difference. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Arithmetic. So if it's arithmetic, all right. So the common difference would be 6. How? We have this negative 44, no? Minus minus -50, right? So, and then we have 6. All right. So, all right. So it's nice that you are having this practice with that kind of sequence. No? So we have this common difference, and we also say that in common difference, it is always that the difference between any terms and that term that proceeds, that follows with that term, has this this difference. Like in arithmetic, we used to have this word common difference, common difference, common difference. That's the only thing that we should look. And always, that's why it is said that in arithmetic, the common difference is always the difference, no? It just states that from the any term that you have, no, the one that you are going to find is the common difference, which is in here, no? And for in order for you to know what's the common difference, is for you to have the difference between your term and your previous term. Or for your term, you will be what do you call this one? Finding the difference for this term and for your following term. No? So you will just minus or find the difference for this term to your following term. Alright. So for in order for you to find your following term for the next term, you should have at least your previous term. Alright. Alright. So maybe maybe some of you are already having this hard time to understand. Do you understand that one? Really, tell me if you do you understand? Azaril, maybe you're maybe you're having a hard time.
No
Are we
po,
good?
I
All
understand
right.
po.
All right. So next, all right. Clash of Clans, huh? What TH level is that one? All right. So next. So this is the one, no? So if we have this negative 21, no? So in order for us to find the common difference, we should have at least this previous term and the following term, or the term that uh what this one proceeds after this term, no? So in order for us to find the difference, no? All right. So the common difference for this one, what would it be? What would be the common difference of this sequence? Common difference would for this one, all right, Sir Jordan.
5 po.
All right.
Negative
So the
1.
common difference would be five. Only five
5
only.
po
All
wala.
right.
5 lang only.
All right. So thank you for that one, Jordan. All right. So general form of an arithmetic sequence. The first term would be a sub one. Again, I already showed this one already, no, for our previous lesson. First term would be a sub one. Second term, what would be a sub 2 is equal to a sub 1 plus d. Again, a sub 2 is equal to a sub 1 plus d. For example, there will be sequence. For example, all right, write the sequence, right? Like in the previous lessons, we seek the end term, no? We tend to find the end term or the value of the end term. But in some cases, there are times that write the sequence of this given. So we have this difference, then you will be writing the sequence, no? So for you to find the second term, a sub 2 is equal to a sub 1 plus d. All right. So for the third term, it is also a sub 3 is equal to a sub 1, but you will times it with 2d. I plus it or add it with 2d. Alright, so for the third term, it is just the same, but the difference is you will just add it to 3d. No, it's just you will just see how many difference did you add it to a sub 1. Alright, so in the fifth term, we have a sub 5 equal to a sub 1. That's for the end. For the end term, again, for the end term, may I know, Maria Ana, Regina, what's the formula for end term? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ana,
A sub 9,
a sub
9 equals to
9.
A sub 1
Mm-hmm.
plus 4, 9, a 4, 8, 9D
Plus.
plus 9D.
Alright. So for us to, alright, thank you for that one, Ana. A while ago, I already said that it is a sub n, no? A while ago, you didn't notice that, uh, I noticed with this class, no? If your teacher, have this in your mind, no? If your teacher has this correction, tell it. Why? Because your teacher is just testing you out if you are really listening or if you are really having this attention to him. Why? Because a while ago, I already told you that our formula for the n term would be a sub n equal to a sub 1 then times 2 quantity of n minus 1. Right? Right? So, our n term, no? Our n term formula would be this one, right? So, no one from this class, so just to tell that, sir, I thought our formula for arithmetic sequence is this one. No one tell this class that our formula for arithmetic is this one. No? Again, a while ago, I'm just testing you out if there will be some commotions, but there is not. There is none of you, no? But for you to remember, what is the formula? Again, take this down. Take note of this one, no? A sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n. Again, plus. A while ago, I didn't mention plus, but you still to to find what is you still to take it in a multiplication way, no? So you should plus it or you should add it by the quantity of n minus 1 times the difference, all right? All right. So the formula of the n-term arithmetic sequence would be this one, right? So a sub n is the n term or the one that we are finding. A sub 1 with the first term, n is the term that we are finding, or for example, the a sub n is 84. What's the term of 84? It is 7. Like that one. All right. So d is the common difference. If we know any three of these, we ought to be able to find the 4. So it's like having this one is a really good way in order for us to find what's the next term. What's the next term? Because there are times that I will be asking you, all right, so find the 784th term. Alright, so you can just do it in manual, no? So you should have this formula. So did you take it down now? Take it note down, huh? Did you write it down already? Alright, so okay, so let's proceed. So let us have this given, no? 79, 75, 71, 67, 63. So the value that we should find is a sub 32, the 30-second term, no? So may I know from this class who did solve it already? Again, what's our formula? A sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus quantity of n minus 1 times d. All right. So what's the value of a sub 32? Anyone from this class? Just to substitute, what's the thing that we should find? Again, what's the first term? All right. What's the first term? What is the n? The n would be 32. All right. And the common difference would be, what is the common difference? The thing. So may I know if you are finished answering? Jello Moira. Jello? Is Jello, yeah. Moira, are you done answering?
Not yet po, sir.
Alright, so let's try this one. How about Sibunga? Alright. Not yet. Alright. Try to answer right now. So let us have, alright. How about, alright, so surpedigamic calculus. What section are you? 10A. Let us practice this one, no? Because I don't want that when the time that we will be meeting, it's up to you if you are going to calculus, but you know, the thing that I am doing to you is for you to exercise your skills in computing and mental math and manual. Because it's like this, eh? We will be meeting, then the moment that we will be meeting, I will be asking you to solve. I will be asking you to solve. I will be asking you to solve. That the thing is, you don't know. You just depend on the calculator. We tend to use calculators if it's somewhat scientific, no? But I could teach you how to use it on calculator, no? All right. So if ever, all right, it's up to you. It's up to you, no? But make sure when the time that we meet, in the face to face, you can answer. All right. So let me know from this class who did find the answer already. 203 by Nathaniel Santos. All right. So let us try. Let us find. So let us identify what are the the terms that we have muna, no, or the given. So we have the first term 79. The difference would be, what's the common difference? It is negative 4. And the n is 32. Alright, to solve that one, it would be a sub n, always in solving any formula or any problem with a formula, always start with the given, what are the things that was asked, and the proper order in solving. First, the formula, right? So then substitute it, right? So we have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times 2d. Then we substitute the n, the first term, 79, then the n again, then the common difference. So after that one, what did we do? We, call this one, transfer, no? Or what's this one? Times negative 4 to 32, then we multiply 1 to negative 4. And it would be, what would be the answer for 32? All right, it will be 128. Negative 128 minus, or is it minus or add? It would be add, no? All right, so this one. So after this one, we will plus it to 79, no? So for this one, if we add negative 128 to 4, it would be 124, right? Then, after that one, what's your answer? Negative 4. All right, it's fine. So after that one, no? So what did it be negative 4? Because it's 75 minus 79. No? 75, sorry. 75 minus 79. No? Just like 5 and 9. All right. So after this one, we have negative 124. We just simply add 79 to 124. All right. So in adding, how did we add? If it's add, it's just easy to add into a negative number. It's because you can just switch the terms. For example, you could add 100, negative 124 plus 79. It's just fine, right? But in subtracting, it's a different case already. You should follow what's the order, no? The answer or the difference between 3 minus 2 is different from 2 minus 3, right? But when you add two numbers, it is fine. So if we add this one, we could find negative 124. First, we have 24 to 79. The fastest way that I am having, no, or what I'm doing in this kind of negative positive, like from 100, there's a tip ha, from 100, for example, you have 124, right? So it's 100. From 100, I just subtract 79. All right. If this is the case, if you have negative number, then you will add to a positive. I will just minus this one, then whatever the answer, it would be 21, right? So 21 plus the remaining value here, plus 24. So plus 24, it would be 45. But your sign would be negative. So we have negative 45. Right? So that's the easiest, or the thing. Even in mental, for example, if you will just pay 79 pesos, no, into your corn dog, so your change would be 21 pesos. Then you have still the value of 24. So that's the thing. No? So now you have this thoughts, no? So by the next meeting, we'll be continuing this topic, no? So I'm hoping that everyone did recap what we've discussed about this lesson. And always remember to take your journal besides you, know. And don't forget, because I will be getting that one once we meet. And that will be part of your mini task. All right? So don't forget the Google account name, ha? So again, thank you. You may now leave. if ever you have